Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Pizza Story podcast. Today I have Laine from Pittsburgh Pizza. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Erica, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on the podcast.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. So I know we were just talking about this for like a second before we joined, but I'm from Pittsburgh originally. And like I saw your page and I was like, she's from Pittsburgh. It's pizza. Like this is meant to be.
Meant to team up. I love it. And I'm so excited to find that out. Man, like Pittsburgh is a small world and everyone has a connection to Pittsburgh, I swear.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still like, I mean, I haven't lived there. Like, I grew up there, but it's still like my favorite city. And like, it's just like a place that I miss. Like, I think about Pittsburgh a lot.
Yep. I love it. I love the city. It's awesome. I've lived here my whole life besides the 4 years that I was in Ohio going to school.
Well, that's so good. So let's talk about this because you have an amazing Pittsburgh pizza page. It's one of my favorite pages on Instagram. So, like, can I hear about you, like your history with pizza?
Of course. And thank you so much. That's so kind of you. So I kind of feel like my history with pizza is probably a semi-universal experience for anyone who's a fan of pizza. I just grew up eating it a lot. It's like the ritual of it. My mom was a nurse, so she worked weekends for a good bit of the years my brother and I were growing up. So my on weekends, my dad was like, "Well, I don't know, let's go get pizzas." So we kind of went to the same spots. And yeah, just grew up loving it. Had one spot we loved, especially Mama Lucia's. It was like the family spot, but just kind of like, yeah, like always was my favorite food. And then um in like 2016, 2017, I was a couple years out of college and started to see a couple food pages pop up. Like, Instagram in 2015 was still like the Lark filter and what filters are you putting on? And, just like very different Instagram than it was now or than it is now.
For that.
Right. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to start posting these pizzas that I'm eating them anyway. I work in digital marketing. So I kind of was like, oh, like social media. Let me, flex on social media and start posting my pizzas. And it kind of just grew from there. And it's always been super, super fun. So yeah, it's like 8 years of posting on Pittsburgh Pizza now.
Wow, that's so cool. So I don't know if you knew this, but I also have a digital marketing background. Like that's what my main job is.
That's awesome. And I was doing some Erica research before and I saw that too. So I feel like we have a lot of not only pizza notes to compare, but marketing notes to compare.
Yeah,
But yeah,
totally.
super exciting.
No, it's so exciting because one of the things, like, I interview a lot of people that, like, own pizzerias. And so, people ask me a lot of marketing questions. Like, initially, like, I just started the podcast because, I have like this history with pizza and I wrote the book and I was like, I just want to talk about pizza. But it's definitely gone into that. So, like, to talk to someone who has such a successful Instagram page, it's like gives me an opportunity to almost like pick your brain. So like it benefits like some of these pizzeria owners that are like, what the hell should I post on Instagram?
Yay, I love it. Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, my husband is in the contracting, like carpentry, drywall, kind of that like business, but he's a small business. And pizza or not, I think pizza especially, but small business owners who have to, Google business page and all their social media and also like be good at numbers and math and like all these things that are expected of small business owners. It kind of blows my mind. And it really, so I think it's really cool that what you're doing in terms of trying to make it approachable and say like, hey, pizza experts, like you don't have to like, here's how to make it simple for you for in terms of the marketing side of things. 'Cause that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so many people I talk to, like you said, it's like they're super talented, amazing pizza makers, but they're trying to make this amazing pizza very consistently, which in itself is a hard task. And then running the business, hiring people, all the logistics of that, and then the marketing. And like I know, like with my family's pizzeria, my dad runs that. He knows the prices of the flour and the pizzas and what he wants to do the menu. I mean, we design the menu and I just need to worry about the marketing. So like I really can like kind of understand where a lot of these people are coming from, where they're like they're trying to grow this business, but then you have this entire other animal, this beast of marketing.
Yep, you're so right. It's like two different sides of the brain. Like it's really just like a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So let's pivot over here to our favorite topic, which is pizza. And I want to talk to you about like the places in Pittsburgh, like your favorites, like the different types of pizza. Like I feel like you know the lay of this land better than anyone else. Like if I go to Pittsburgh for a pizza tour, I feel like I'm going to be calling you.
Please do. I would love that.
Yeah.
It is so Pittsburgh is a pizza city. That's like my headline. That's what I want people to understand. It is such a great place for pizza. It's always evolving. I mean, it's hard for me to keep up. When I first started the page, I would just like hear of a new place and like drive an hour to go check it out. Now I've slowed down a little bit. I have a baby. I can't quite like react as quickly as I want and try every single place that opens. But there's so many places that are fantastic, and I think the variety is key. Um, Both in the styles of pizza. So like what we have Detroit style pizza. We have like Pittsburgh-style pizza, I'll say, which is like the Fioris of the world. And there's a couple other favorites like that are on here, just like the thick, really cheesy, really like really doughy crust, oily, like love it, wouldn't change a thing. And then we have, yeah, every kind of pizza in between, I would say. Tavern style pizza, all that good stuff. But then also I would say like to the variety of types of shops. So we have the food trucks and the mobile pizza operations, but also like the place in the corner that is cash only and like has like a literal grid on their menu of like one cut this dollar much, two cut this much, just a cash only, no frills, like stepped into a time machine.
Those are
Um,
my favorite.
Me too. Oh my gosh, yeah, me too. I love finding those hole in the wall spots that someone, swears by and has sworn by for the last 60 years, and that type of yeah, kind of legacy pizza, which I know you have a background in as well. So yeah, I think it's really cool what a mix there is in a landscape in Pittsburgh.
That's so awesome. So, do you have like a top 5 or a top 10 list?
Ooh, I did it. I think the first time, like the first year or two I started my page, I think I started a top 10 list. I never really stuck with it, and it does always change. I'm pretty open that my top two con consistently are Mama Lucia's, the pizza I was raised on, and the shop actually that I was raised on closed, but then like there's a shop very nearby that and now I trek to. It's not like necessarily super convenient, but Mama Lucia, one of the best pizzas I've ever had. So New York style Sicilian, so good. And then there's Badamo's Pizza in Dormont and Northside. Also a New York style and a Sicilian. I don't know. I think that's like maybe there's something to that with my favorite kind of styles of pizza, but Anthony Badamo does it different. Like everything I've ever had there, pizza or not, but especially the pizza is incredible, and the energy in the shop. Those two are my favorites. I will kind of cheat and say my husband's favorite. One of them is Sir Pizza. So if you're familiar with Sir Pizza, that's like more of that like I think it's like Columbus style, but also like the tavern style, kind of like Chicago, like the square cuts, like round pizza, small square
Yeah.
cuts.
I
I
love that.
I love it, and all their toppings are chopped too. And they just like something about it. It's like I feel like I just won my soccer game, like because that was like the type of pizza that the whole team would go get. And when my husband, who's from Ohio, when he moved here, he was like, "Why didn't you show me Sir Pizza sooner? This is changing my life." Um, and then I get cravings for um I get cravings for Betos. Like when I'm craving Betos, nothing else will do. But when I'm craving pizza, like I don't necessarily always want Betos with like the cold cheese. Um,
Mm, the cold cheese. Yeah, that's a thing right now.
yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you do this too. I'm gonna cheat and look at my own page to like jog my memory.
No, do it.
I love
Let's
doing
talk
that.
about all of them.
I Oh, okay. Another spot, Tomato Pie Cafe. Um, That's a great example of you go in, it's the menu's small, it's cash only. They're weird hours. It's like we will grace you with our presence from 4 to 8 on these weekdays only, and we might change our mind next week and whatever. But it's like I love that about you, and it makes me like I'm like the needy person who's like, when are they open? Like I'm going. It's like
Yeah.
they operate by their own set of rules. Tomato Pie Cafe, and also it's just it's just such a beautiful dining experience.
I love places like that too. Like, I'm like, they kind
Yes.
of like keep it from you a little bit, which sort of like makes you want to go there
Yeah.
more.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I don't know what that says about us, but like I'm like, okay, it worked. I want your pizza specifically. No, that's so true. And I will say too, I think Mercurio's for like the classic Neapolitan style. Mercurio's is probably my favorite in that category in Pittsburgh. And I'm sure during the course of our conversation, I'm gonna think of a million other pizza shops to name drop because there's just so many good ones.
Yeah, no, feel free to bring them up because, like, I have not ventured too far away from my family's pizzeria, which is sort of weird. I guess, like, I've been eating it my whole life, but it's still
No.
my favorite pizza, like, I love it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I will be making a road trip ASAP.
Yeah, like, I almost would, like if I'm home for, like, a 4-day period and they're open in that 4-day period, I would just go there all 4 days.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I would too. It's like kinda like there is something to be said about the convenience of pizza. Um, it's like I'm gonna kinda order from the same spot, like, repeatedly if it's nearby and I can count on it and I love it. I think that's what pizza is for a lot of people. It's like the convenience of it and the comfort of it, so
Yeah. I always tell my husband when we hit a really good pizza spot, the reason we know it's good is because we want it again the next day.
yeah, that's so true. That's a good way to look at it.
Mhm. Yeah, we haven't, like, stopped thinking about it. So then I'm like, I really think that pizza was a good one."
Yep.
Um, so I have had Sean Jafarjian on from Slice of New York. Love
Yeah.
him, think he's incredible. Have you hit his spot?
I sure have.
Yeah.
Before he was at his location currently, which is in Murraysville, which is like kind of a trek for me. I forget the name of the town, but he was even further away, like his original shop before he opened the second or the new location. And there was the way I first heard about it is a woman near where I live. I'm north of Pittsburgh. Said, hey, like I have a Facebook group, and once a month we organize like a mass delivery from this place called, Slice of New York. Do you want to get in on it? Like, and she was like, she's this woman who's just like from New York, I think, who was like, I have not found a New York style pizza I like as much as this place, but it's an hour away. But I kind of like, I talked to the owner, Sean, and he agreed to do a drop off. So like, it was at least 5 years ago now that I first drove to this random parking lot, handed Sean cash for a like two like par baked pies from his trunk that then he like, gave you instructions you took home and you like, so that was my first like taste of a slice
Wow.
of New York. Yeah, it was like when it was like kind of like
Early
on
days.
yeah, early days and like okay, this fan group, this like woman like yeah, like basically created a fan group called a Slice of New York that would like do he would be worth his while to deliver just like, at least I think 3 dozen pizzas or whatever. She'd get sign up sheets, she would coordinate it. So I loved it from that and then have visited the new location once or twice, I forget. But excellent, so good. Yeah, such delicious, truly good like ingredients and yeah, I love it so much. Now I'm craving it 'cause I think even the meatballs I had when I was there and they were so good.
I was just about to bring up the meatballs. They're
Yep.
so good.
Yeah, unreal. Unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm craving, like, all pizza at this point in time. I'm like, "Where is the pizza?" It's getting
Yeah,
close to dinner.
oh gosh, that would be really hard talking about it all the time and just always craving it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, might need to order
No.
pizza after this.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, do you have, like, a certain style where you're like, "This is the number 1 kind of pizza that I wanna eat?"
I think New York style for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
something about like the texture. Um, yeah, when I picture like just like biting into a slice, like I want just like a giant New York style slice.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, my family's is first one. My family's is kind of like a almost like a hybrid because it's a rectangular pizza with 15 slices, but it's sort of like it's not super thick. It's kind of thin and it's crispy on the bottom.
Okay.
So, and then they have a Mike's pie, which is like a round, thin New York pie.
Oh my gosh, those both sound
Yeah.
amazing.
They're both super good. The one thing that I really love about Pittsburgh, and this is kind of like I highlighted this a lot in my book, is like it's such a city of Italian immigrants.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
so
feel like
true.
it's so true, and that's why I feel like there's just like this rich Italian heritage in Pittsburgh because you have like PenMac's been there forever. You have the Strip District. There's so many amazing pizza places and even just like Italian shops. And like that's one thing, like the vibe of Pittsburgh just is so nostalgic and like just at home for me.
That is such a great way to put it. It is like this really like I think everyone's really proud of their craft. Like, and that's not specific to pizza, but I think it like stands out in the pizza shops too. Um, Pretty much like any pizza shop on in the strip, like Colangelo's comes to mind. Um, but just like yeah, you walk in and you're like, these people are amazing. They know what they're doing. Like I have so much to learn from everyone here. Yeah, I think it's like there's like some legacy shops in Pittsburgh for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, I totally agree. And like just to pivot, so every time I come into Pittsburgh, we go to the original Permanis.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, on the Strip District. So that's like my initial, like
Yeah.
my starter meal is gonna be like a sandwich from Permanis, and I really have not moved past the sandwiches to ever try their pizza. I don't know if you've tried their pizza or not.
I like their pizza.
Yeah, what is their style of pizza?
Say like I don't know if there's a what do people call it? I've heard it just kind of like classic or like, I don't know, modern nostalgia kind of pizza. Like, I wouldn't call it New York style, but and like, I don't mean to cheapen it because I love this. Like, I sometimes refer to some places like bowling alley pizza.
Yeah.
Like and I think I mean, they have cheap slices. They'll do like slice nights, I think, or they have like 2 for 1. Like, they do a lot of promotions around their pizza. It's just like good cheap pizza. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I love that.
Yeah, no, I think so too, because 'cause I've seen, like, the signs for it, and it does seem like but that type of pizza, but that type of pizza can also be super delicious, like, if you're there, you're watching the Steelers game, that's kind of the pizza that you wanna eat at that point in time.
For sure. For sure. It's just like it eats well. You just kind of keep on munching it and you're like, "Oh wait, I just had like 5 slices." Yep.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, I want you to tell me a little bit about, like, you've covered so much of Pittsburgh, and, like, what does the future look like for Pittsburgh pizza?
Oh, that's a really great question. And part of it is the not knowing, I think, is kind of what I like, and the flexibility of it. When I first started, like I said, I was like, all right, I want to post like at least a couple times a week, and let's try this new spot. And I don't want to repeat posts. I want to like really try to keep it interesting and gain followers. Was like the first few years, and then it became, I think, when it became like, oh, there's like influencers are becoming more normalized. And like, is that something I want to craft this page into? And I've worked for the same company for 16 years. I love I do digital marketing for a regional hospitality chain. So I'm fulfilled in my professional career. For a while there, I kind of consciously was like, you know what, I can get free pizza every now and again, that I'll call that a win because, let me know if you disagree, but, I've always kind of said that if you want to be like an influencer, if you're someone who's trying to like make money or get a bunch of free stuff, you probably would want to focus on pizza specifically because it is the mom and pop chains who are like, someone be like, what do you mean? You want me to give you free pizza and pay you and what? Like for what's on it? What is Instagram even? So I knew I wasn't going to be I also, that's just not me. I was just like, I eat pizza because I enjoy it. Again, if I can get a free pie every once in a while. So I knew I didn't want to like go to any type of like formal influencer route.
Yeah,
And then I
same here.
also, yeah, and then
Yeah.
I did do some freelance gigs. Like every once in a while, it would turn into some fun, like, hey, by the way, like while you're here taking photos of our pizza for, to post like, what are some ideas for how do you get followers? And I always kind of say like, well, first off, I'm not a business. I'm not selling anything, so it's naturally easier for me like to get these followers and to build my page because I'm just like I'm a fan. Like, and so are they. Like, so are my followers. Like, it's inherently harder for businesses. But I did do some
Yeah.
freelance social media work from it, from pizza shops and non-pizza shops. It was just kind of like a feather in my cap in my digital marketing portfolio a little bit. And then it's kind of in the last couple of years, especially, just become like strictly hobby. I just love it. I love to try new places. I love to talk to people, meet people. Haven't gotten free pizza in a long time, and I don't really have any regrets about it. Because again, it's more like the relationships, or like I do get invites for about a new shop opening, or like, hey, come to my house. I'm making pizzas at home, or like really cool stuff like that. I'm in it for the relationships, and then at where I am now, again as a new mom, I'm like, I don't feel guilty when I don't post for like 2 months because I just forgot about pizza for a while there. So
Yeah.
it's in a fun spot, but I could see it coming more into focus in the future of saying, hey, like let's revisit this. Like maybe I do want to lean in more and revisit my blog and some more long form content, or
Yeah.
I could see maybe getting more into videos and things like that. It really is an Instagram page. I've never really dove in on YouTube. I do have Facebook as well, but um, I'm really happy with just enjoying the Pittsburgh pizza community right now, I think is my short answer.
Yeah, and you know what? I absolutely love the vibe. I mean, it's 2 things that are amazing, which is Pittsburgh and pizza. So, like, you literally cannot go wrong with it at
Right?
all. Yeah, and I will tell you, like, I agree with you. Launched the book and I'm the same, like, have a marketing career, but I really just love, being part of the community.
Yeah, that's exactly that was my copy paste that what you said. That's my answer because I love that. And I do have like a question for you. It's totally okay if I don't want to go on a total tangent. But I'm curious what your thoughts are because you've talked to all these pozzolos or people who are really interested in pizza about like the I don't want to put too negative a spin on it, but like the epidemic of like ranking pizza shops right now. Like just like throwing a number at a pizza shop. I don't know if you've already covered that topic. So I wanted to see if you have or what your thoughts are. I have some thoughts. I have some hot takes, but I wanted to bring that up and see if you had any.
No, I wanna hear your thoughts on it, and we haven't really covered it. I will say that I think that if it's a good thing, like, if somebody comes in and, they're super well known and they give your pizza a good review, then yeah, it can totally be a good thing.
Right?
So I
Yeah.
think as long as it's done, like, in that, I guess, vein or that whatever emotion, then yeah, it's great, but
Yeah.
I have spoken out about, I don't like when people write bad reviews on pizzerias. Like,
I
I
agree.
don't I'm like, "Please, please, please just contact the owner and let them make it right before you publicly go and write something negative." But your take on pizza reviews?
Yeah. So you're familiar with Stool Presidente, I'm sure.
Of
Like
course.
Dave
Yeah.
Portnoy, yeah, okay, so he obviously,
Yeah.
like, started that, that's, like, his, like, kinda side quest is, like, ranking pizzas, and I haven't watched all of them, but, like, yeah, he has his own personal standards, I think he's been pretty clear, this is my personal opinion, he's, like, a media mogul, like, everyone knows he's not Pozzola, like however,
Yeah.
I feel like it sparked this, um, like, a spin-off, like, about, I'd say a couple years ago, people would be like, "What'd you think? What'd you think?" or whatever, and I kinda just started saying, "Hey, if I didn't like a pizza, which is rare, I just don't post about it." You know, my
Totally.
my take was always gonna be, I'm posting about a pizza, I'm supporting a small business, and I'm sharing maybe some unique like, you could tell if you think you like this pizza, you're gonna be able to tell by the photos and video I share. Pizza's subjective. I'm not a pro. I don't have any culinary background. I make pizzas in my uni sometimes, like, but I'm not who am I to assign a number to this that could make or break a small business?
Sure.
And but I've seen there are like a couple places, like other creators, other pages that do kind of rank pizzas. And I think I sound like the girl from Mean Girls who's like, I just want to bake a cake filled with rainbows and share it with everybody. And why can't we all get along? So I acknowledge
Love
that.
that
I'm
movie.
always going to be that person in any room. But like I do feel like if more people pause to be like, wait, I have a following. If I throw a number at this pizza place that maybe I didn't personally like, it could negatively affect this small business. I
Yeah.
don't think people think it through all that much. I also think it's interesting that it's so common with just pizza. You know what I mean? I think
Mhm.
like a lot of people have really taken on it's just pizza. They're just throwing 8.2, 5.1, etc. at like a neighborhood. And like, I don't know, maybe it's for engagement. Maybe it's like clickbait, hate bait, like rage bait, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've posted again, I'm all positive, but I'll post something and someone might comment and I'd be like, that I hated that place. And I'm here for pizza discourse. I am like you can get in arguments in my comments, like, but I'm not here for like when people get mean to each other. So someone might comment like, I hated that place, and someone might reply like, no, it's my favorite, and my friend's dad owns it, and like when people get really like fired up in the comments about it. So I'm like, maybe these people who throw these bad rankings want like rage rate to be like people to come to these pieces defense and it's engagement and it's creating the chatter. Like, so maybe that's a strategy. I don't know. But again, I guess that those are my hot takes I wish people that threw numbers at rankings at pizza places took into consideration that pizza shop owners are like some of the most hardworking people who are in the weeds in their shop. Like, this is not like any pizza shop where like the owner's like, I'm mad that you said that. Like, they got off from working in the kitchen half the time, read the comments and are like, wait a minute, like, like maybe I need to retrain this person, and we can talk about it and it can be a two-way conversation, but like you just threw a number at my they're involved. Any pizza shop
Yeah.
owner I know is very, very involved in the day to day. So it's like pick a
Yeah.
different industry. I don't know, like rank gas stations or something. Anyway,
Yeah.
soapbox, and I'm off.
No,
I'm off
listen,
it.
we're on the same page, like 1,000,000%. I personally really like Dave Portnoy because I haven't seen him go and give a very bad negative review unless somebody literally like, I saw one where the guy just fully disrespected him, and I was like,
Oh, sure.
I don't know that I would have handled it that way, but I can sort of understand. But I'm very much with you because like my grandfather was a coal miner, got pulled out of school at 11 years old, started this
Wow.
pizzeria. Yeah, like when he was like in his late 30s, early 40s, after working in the mines for his whole life and having black lung, and he
Whoa.
busted his ass, didn't sleep, worked all fucking day, like,
Yeah.
every day for days, and it was, like, I mean, for his whole life, and so, yeah, like, when I see, like, 'cause I manage my marketing for my family pizzeria, when I see a negative review, I'm like my dad is a little bit more diplomatic than I am. Like, I get heated because
Yeah.
and I know how hard these people work, and so, for sure, I think, like, you wanna rate pizzerias great. I love your strategy of, like, if you don't like it, you don't post it. If you love it, you post it. Like, just if you have don't have anything nice to say, just, like, don't say anything at all, and I think that should be, like, with pizzerias, like, do that, and like you said, rank gas stations or you know what? Rank insurance companies.
Yes, exactly.
Like, something that people don't really like.
Yeah, for sure. And like, and like the beauty is the subjectivity. Um, and if you're gonna rank them, like, yeah, let's see some credentials. I don't know, like it just yeah, I think it's just an interesting culture that it's like that it's kind of like spin off into. Like pizza is, but maybe it's brought visibility to pizza as a whole. I don't know, but yeah, that's super interesting and really really cool about your family's background. Like I would be throwing hands if someone's like talking bad about my amazing grandfather like you. Like that's like that is or
Yeah.
and the like gift that he has brought to the world. Like yeah.
Yeah, or like, my dad is 70, like, he's trying to keep the legacy that his parents started alive, so I'm like, "Please just, like, understand, like, you have a 70-year-old man who's, like, trying to
Yeah.
keep this place afloat, it's a family-owned business," and, like, even or, like, any of these places, like, I talk to these pizzeria owners that like, I hear their stories, like, the work it goes into to have a successful pizzeria. And there's some nights, like, even with my families, and you probably experience this too, like a good pizzeria, like the phone rings off the hook. There's a line out the door.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can't seat anyone. Sometimes they run out of stuff. Like just before I think you have judge, you have to be like, what's happening there? And honestly, if the line's out the door and they're running out of stuff, you want to eat there.
100%. That's so true. Better like next time,
Yeah.
like didn't get in there like in time. Like, yeah, I think there is like a balance to that. I think there's a balance to everything. And I think hospitality is extremely important, but like, again, it's just like the supply and demand of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I really do like how, like, I had a couple people on the podcast, like Sean from Slice in New York and Rob Cervoni from Talio, like, they call people out, and I don't blame them. Like, I'm
Gotcha.
just like,
Yeah,
it's not like, again, my dad's more diplomatic. We don't necessarily do that, but I can see why people will do that.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go into just, to kind of wrap up, like, are there places where you're like, all right, you're in Pittsburgh, and I know you named some of your favorites, but, like, these are spots in Pittsburgh that you absolutely do not wanna miss pizza-wise.
Yeah. So I always tell people, I do get messages a good bit. They're like, hey, I'm coming for the weekend. Like, where should I go? I tell people to try to hit like, um, I'll name a few. And I think like it's so interesting too, because I'm like, oh, am I gonna like stir the pot by like even name dropping these ones? And some people be like, wow, this one's better than this one. I don't know. I say Fiore's, Vince Pizza Park, Neo's, Ello's, Shelly Pie. I'm definitely forgetting a couple, but those are the ones I say whenever I'm trying to say, hey, go get the Pittsburgh pizza experience. Like, those are the shops that I think of. And I love them to death. Like none of those I don't think would be in my like top, like exclusive top couple, but I love them. Um, and then depending on like where they are in the city or what they're doing or kind of what vibe they might be looking for, I definitely do tell people Badamos all the time. I'm like that really is just gonna be such a game changer. I also love to do a little pizza tour in the strip. Because there's just so many. It's like you want to keep it easy. You're going to Bellanote, Colangelo's, Papa J's, Pizzeria David. I don't know. I'm never sure how to say it. But it's
Yeah.
connected to Dianois. It's so good. And then I'm missing a few. Colangelo's. If I didn't say that already, yeah, they're all kind of right there, and they're so good. So I definitely tell people just like go to the strip. That the strip in and of itself is the Pittsburgh experience, and then just like make your way around and eat as much pizza as humanly possible.
I love it. Laine, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Guys, go and visit her on Instagram. It's at Pittsburgh Pizza. Her page is amazing. Like, even if like you're not from Pittsburgh and you visit there, just this is the place you need to go to know where to go in Pittsburgh. She has the most awesome pizza on here. And again, thank you. I really appreciate you being on the podcast.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much for having me, Erica. This was a blast.